Did we do it?
Lord Luis?
At long last, 'tis done. We have brought him to justice. The great, untouchable traitor, Luis Guillaburn, is dead.
Apologies. Things fell apart at the end, and I wasn't thinking straight.
Even so, the outcome is the same.
Yeah, that was what I was about to say. Also, welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio, anyone. Last time, yeah, Luis is dead. Let's see what happens next.
We could not have triumphed without everyone here.
Wait! It's good that we got him and all, but the lance... yes! It went down with him!
This looks dire. He's fallen in the middle of the stage.
Oh, by the way, that's the relic that we found for the competition. There was one more entry after Forden. Hope that's not awkward.
If Forden spies Luis's body run through with a lance, he'll realize its power in an instant.
Oh yeah, that's really bad.
Even should we save the prince, we'll regret it if Forden ends up with the lance. Yufa, can you call it up?
No, too late for that. It's already in the middle of the crowd. If we call it up and take it with no explanation, everyone will think us thieves.
Then what do you propose?
First, we need to establish that the lance is ours. Our offering for the ceremony. We'll have to take the stage and announce that ourselves.
I was kind of joking, but no, Stroll's saying, no, that's actually the smartest idea right now.
Please wait. Do we reveal that we are the ones who slew Luis? Can we afford to declare that openly? We'd be telling your supporters you deceived them and your master both.
She's right! The audience has no idea what's going on! We'll just look like the bad guys.
It's okay. We set out to kill Luis, and the deed is done. Our only failure is in the spectacle we made of it. For now, we need to think of a way to get the audience to see our side.
You want to win their sympathy? What are you even planning to say?
Well, Stroll is pretty much the smartest one here. I trust him to come up with something.
I don't know, but we have to get on stage, now. If we don't explain ourselves fast, we'll never get a chance to.
Wait a minute! Hey!
I mean, we do have Battling on our side. That could count for something. So much blood, and again, still only a T rating.
I know that face. Was that Luis? Someone go and see to him. Is he truly dead?
Allow me.
Lord Luis, no. He's dead. He's gone.
Your Eminence, this was found off stage. Judging by his wounds, this must have been the murder weapon.
The lance. Is this the divine relic he sent his subordinates after?
His eyes are sightless. His heart beats no more. The man is dead, without question.
You're absolutely certain?
I checked him thrice over. There can be no more doubt.
Luis, dead? And that can only mean this lance can pierce the barrier of the king's magic.
Does say something about Forden's intelligence that he didn't realize this and Luis has known for a long time.
I apologize for the grotesque display interrupting tonight's performance. We are tardy in arrival, but the lance you hold is our offering to the ceremony.
What? You claim this lance? You mean to say you were the ones who did the deed?
Yes. It is as you say.
God above! How do you justify this?
Years ago, Luis ordered my hometown destroyed. Hulkenberg, our ally before you, was herself a royal guard in service to his late highness. Even the songstress, Juna, aided us on several occasions. Above all else, we are a group who came together to try Luis for his crimes. Traitor and Kingslayer both. And to do that, we had to enter his company. We took no joy in disguising our true intentions, not from your eminence, nor the people. But today, finally, we have seen justice done. Luis has paid for his sins. And at last, at long last, my parents can rest in peace.
I had not realized you were such an actor.
I mean, most of that was true, though.
Or do you truly weep?
It's just hitting me now. We finally won.
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please.
That explains why the songstress was so often with Luis, as well as these brave misfits.
I understand. It all makes sense now. I had wondered why a member of the Prince's own guard would fall in with Luis. You have done well to execute the rebel. I am sure that His late Majesty and His Highness must be pleased. And of course, the Sanctus Church recognizes your divine relic. Now we shall greet tomorrow's festivities with fresh peace in our hearts.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
But we're still gonna beat you in the race for the throne, though.
You must be the Lady Hulkenberg. The day His Highness was attacked, I heard you fought harder than any other. Your blade even struck the back of the blackguard who did it. Of all his defenders, you came closest to avenging the prince. But where you faltered then, you triumphed today. In form and heart, you are a true knight. Is something the matter?
Oh, no. You honor me greatly, Your Eminence.
Now, this lance. The Sanctus Church will confiscate it for now. A lance capable of killing the tournament's candidates would only sow panic and chaos.
Which I totally don't intend to use it to do at all, and no, there's not gonna... You don't have to sleep with one eye open from now on.
Yes. As you wish. We brought it as an offering anyway.
I mean, I get, like, if he does try it on Will while he's sleeping, Yufa can probably just, like, recall the lance to herself, and then it is just like, oh, you could do that. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Indeed. You may step down now.
Think you can just walk away, do ya? You owe us a moment or three. Right.
So, here's the point where that earlier bet is weird, and I'm gonna have to wait until, because we're not out of the woods yet in terms of forced plot days. After all this mess is resolved, I'm gonna have to wait until I go back to Brylehaven to see if this even, like, happens like this, because we made the bet, like, at the time the bet's deadline is over, we were in the top 10, but there are forced plot events that take you to rank 5 before you get the chance to go back to Brylehaven. So technically speaking, rank 5 and rank 10, the rank 5 bet and the rank 10 bet are both right and wrong at the same time. Why is Luis music still playing? Oh, I guess these two.
So you lot were working against us from the start. And you right along with them, Lady Juna?
I mean, you like 80% knew that already.
What was your motive? Why did you kill Lord Luis?
If this was truly a matter of justice and not simply petty revenge, then we owe it to them to explain why we have taken their guiding force. They deserve that much. Captain, do you not agree?
All right. It's time for the truth.
I am sorry if I'm overstepping my mark. I know I'm but the latest to become your ally, but...
No, you speak the truth. We have sought to save the rightful heir to the throne, to break the curse afflicting His Highness the Prince.
What's that? The prince? He's dead, mate. Wait, he is dead, isn't he? He's dead, all right. You lot will need a better story than that if you don't want to get cut open where you stand.
He had to be declared dead in order to protect him. Though he lives, he is bedridden, cursed by magic.
And the only way left to undo that curse was to kill Luis. Those of us who wanted the prince restored formed a secret faction. And I was a spy in its service, trying to find out if we had any option beyond murder.
I cannot expect you to understand all this immediately. However,
You did this for the prince! His father, the king, was a coward! Puppet of Forden! It was because of him that this country rotted from the inside.
I mean, that's not entirely wrong.
And for his son! For his bloody, useless corpse of a son! What made you think his life was worth more than Count Luis?
Well, I mean, the son hadn't, destroyed any villages.
Worth more? I thought you two hated when people tell you any life weighs more than another.
Oh, that's also... Junior is just the master of throwing these two words back at them.
I myself have never met His Highness, nor do I know what sort of person he is. But I want to see the future these people believe in.
Despite our many differences of tribe and status, we still banded together. Through them, I saw the possibility of a world united.
Besides, when Luis talked about burning down my island, I thought I saw the shock and despair on your faces too.
Look, you two. Was Luis really a master worth your trust? I think it's worth listening to your hearts now. Even the doubts. I know we'd be happy to have you.
Hold a moment. These two were Luis's right-hand men. I would advise against this.
no. Their hearts are as loyal as any of ours. They but served another master.
Lady Juna. I guess you really were watching out for us. More than we ever knew. I couldn't protect Basilio when it mattered most. They put him through so much for their sudden igniter experiments, and now protecting him's all I've got.
Del.
Maybe it is time to step back. Get away from this bloody business. I guess this was all it took. Count Luis gave us a dream to fight for, but I suppose it was the kind that don't feel right after you wake.
Good line.
So, we're drifters now. Maybe we'll open up that restaurant after all, eh? We'll see you around, Lady Juna.
Look, I'm not the smart one, you lot know that, so I don't know whether to punch you or thank you. I've never been this confused in all my life. Damn it, I just don't get it. Damn it. Oh, Del, wait! Don't you wander off like that? You mean all that about the restaurant, yeah?
Never could say what you were feeling. I'm sorry this was all I could do.
Ah, Captain, let us tarry no more. We must check His Highness's condition.
Yes, you're right! That should have lifted the curse! What's going on? The cursed thorns haven't disappeared.
But the caster is dead. Forden and his guard were sure to check Luis's body.
Calm down, everyone. We don't want to yell about this in public. Let's go back to the inn for now.
His Highness still suffers under the curse. But Luis is dead. I cannot fathom it.
Very much the same feeling as in Persona 3, when you think you've ended everything, and then you see the Dark Hour animation like always.
Maybe we killed a fake. Like his body double. Or something.
Are you seriously suggesting Luis pulled a Desay on us? Really?
No. There's no way that wasn't Luis. We couldn't fight him in person and still be mistaken.
Yeah, that guy surely acted like him.
And Luis would have nothing to gain from faking his death, surely. After all, it put the lance in Forden's hands.
Also true.
Knowing all that, might the curse have been cast by someone else entirely?
But that would mean we killed an innocent person, wouldn't it?
I mean, innocent of that thing, but, like, certainly far from innocent of a bunch of other things.
That bastard was no innocent. He destroyed my home. He murdered the king. And
True enough, old boy. But that's not why we were out to kill the chap, eh?
He said it himself. That killing him accomplished nothing. Was it really true?
Yet he had the formula for the curse in his possession. Surely that marks his guilt?
Even so, there remains a modicum of doubt in the matter. Perhaps Luis was researching the curse for another reason. If he was framed, it is possible he aimed to clear his name.
But if it wasn't Luis, who else could have?
That night, His Highness the Prince was already fleeing when I arrived at the scene. I encountered the assailant as I sought to protect His Highness. I pursued and slashed across their back.
Right. I remember Forden mentioned something about that. Is there anything else you can remember?
Fie! No, I can recall nothing else. No other clues. Yet... no. 'Tis odd. I believe this is the first time I have recounted the particulars to anyone. I told the investigators only that I failed to capture the culprit. The shame of my failure kept me silent on the rest.
What? But just earlier, Forden said...
Yes, he told a story that none but the culprit could attest to. How does Forden know?
Could Forden be the one behind all of this?
I have no evidence to say otherwise.
You do realize he's the sanctifex of the entire Dashed Sanctus Church?
Which in JRPG land just makes him even more likely to be guilty.
Nay, but that does not make it impossible. It wasn't long after the prince's passing that His Majesty named Sanctism the state religion. If not for the matter concerning the king's magic, Forden's claim to the throne would have been unshakable.
Sounds like motive enough to want the prince gone.
We have to find out, even if it's remotely possible. Let's question Forden in person at the main festival tomorrow.
But let's be fully armed when we question him, just in case, that goes south.
We'll need that divine lance back, too. It's not something we want in Forden's hands, especially now.
Hey, I'm going to go talk to my sister. She's bound to be somewhere in the city for the Saints' Day festivities. Sister, I should explain. All that fuss today was... well...
Is it safe for you to come to such a public place?
What? No, it's fine. It's not like we caused a riot or anything. We even explained ourselves to Forden's satisfaction. Actually...
That's not what I meant. You're the songstress, remember?
Ah, yes. Suppose you're right.
I think we're about to say that, Forden seemed a bit too satisfied.
I know we talked before about the loophole in the King's protective magic, but I never thought you would be the one to strike Luis down. And that lance you presented, I take it that's why you went to Verger Island.
We didn't mean for it to be such a spectacle. It didn't exactly go according to plan. But at least we kept a tyrant off the throne.
And that's why I was wondering if I could ask you something. About Sanctifex Forden. What kind of man he really is.
Because, well, now that Luis is out of the picture, we know who's got the best chance. A man as powerful as him, well, you know how it is. You hear all kinds of nasty rumors swirling about. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to them.
Tuna, are you seriously trying to dig up dirt on Sanctifex Forden? On Saints' Day of all days?
Oh, loosen up a bit. You can't deny that people talk, and God knows they always have. Especially about the night of the attack. Asking how anyone could sneak into the castle, let alone get to the prince. Whether some official ordered the assassination,
Remember when those rumors started? Father was on edge for days. I remember even when I hadn't said anything, he'd scold me and send me away. I don't suppose you ever heard if there was any truth to that. Sorry. I don't mean to dance around it, so it's just not an easy thing to ask about. I was talking with one of our allies, Hulkenberg. She said Forden mentioned something he couldn't have known, unless he was actually there, the night of the attack. Unlikely as it is, if it turns out Forden was involved, she won't suffer him being crowned. She'll be out for vengeance. And you're the eldest daughter of House Cygnus, a Sanctist family. The people would see you as an accomplice to a man who had a hand in killing the royals. I couldn't bear to let that happen. You don't deserve that. I need to know the truth.
Then, suppose His Eminence Forden were guilty of such sin. What would you do with him? With the Sanctist Church?
What do you mean?
Well, I was but a girl of only 12 years. I knew nothing about the inner workings of the crown theocracy.
So that would make Rella only about 24 now.
Sister? What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine. If a tad overworked. All these new developments and tragic events. I'm just run a little ragged, that's all.
Sister.
I'll be fine. Really. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. If I am to be the people's saint, I must be strong enough to play the part. Maybe I'll hold off on the harder drinks today, just to be safe. It's been a long time since we could spend some simple time together like this. It's like we're just two sisters visiting Montario for the holiday. I'll see you again soon.
About that.
Wasn't able to get much from Rella. About that.
Let's rest.
I mean, yeah, we're so focused on Luis, we didn't realize that there were a lot of other people who wanted the prince, who wanted the king and prince dead. I mean, a throne by its very nature leads to a lot of power-hungry people wanting to take it.
That's Luis.
Foreboding is right. Yeah, I told you things really escalated after this point. You're pretty much launched straight into this. Yeah, that hand clenching seemed like a very, I don't know, like, almost like she was saying goodbye to Juna for some reason. Anyway, let's rest for the night. We've got a very, very big day ahead of us tomorrow.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I mean, of course, the curse can't be gone, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to have this scene.
Now, let's get this year's Saints' Day Festival of Montario underway. We will begin with a few words from His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden.
Looks like Draco Dios hasn't left his side.
I'm guessing this speech is going to be something along the lines of, I win, ha 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 ha.
Today is a day of great celebration. A day to offer up our thanks to God. But first, an announcement. Luis is dead. The royal family's murderer has been put to justice. Now much of the kingdom's trust lies with me. Even this king-defying lance is safe in my hands. I would not see further bloodshed in endless, futile conflict. Is it not past time for reconciliation and open dialogue as a newly forged nation?
He's talking as if the race is already over. What about deciding the winner?
All but a formality now, isn't it? His Eminence has the overwhelming majority on his side. Better to establish peace now and crown Sanctifex Forden.
No. He would end the tournament here and now.
So he's just going to call the race while he's ahead? How convenient. But the throne's decided by the king, not this tournament.
Forden only had to abide by that when he had Luis to compete with. If he ends this while he's this far ahead, we won't be able to reverse it.
Oi! The game's not over yet, you cocky bastard!
We only seek to submit to the will of the people. Though you would be wise to quit the race with all speed.
Forden for the throne! Then we will finally have peace!
Hail His Majesty Forden! Long live His Majesty Forden!
Damn him. The people already believe him the victor. Tournament won or no, his dominance will soon be unshakable.
Let's go. We reclaim the lance, now!
Now? Are you out of your mind?
If he's going to keep it close to hand, we'll never have a chance to swap it out. We'll have to take it by force.
We have no choice.
If there really is no other way.
So you were after this lance all along? Loyalists indeed. How many more candidates must die by your hand?
His Magler is horrific, distorted. It's sickening.
What did you? How dare you, you pagan wretch! You would steal this holy lance for your own vile ends. That alone is treason against the kingdom, you filthy assassins.
Assassins? Then we're in good company. That night, you were the one behind the attack on His Royal Highness. You framed Luis for your crime and banished him from the palace. Do you deny it?
Precisely the sort of baseless claims I'd expect from desperate sinners.
Baseless, is it? In that case, shall we produce proof of your treason?
You waste your breath. What do your words matter now? The royal family is gone. Luis is dead. Only I remain. And only I am fit for the throne.
Yeah, he's gone full crazy at this point, as we expected.
You vile traitor!
You call His Eminence a traitor? Preposterous! The Sanctifex is incapable of such deeds!
Your Majesty Forden, punishment to the disloyal. Judge these ruffians with your divine lance!
Behold, the flock has spoken. Those who defy me are to be executed. Before you die, know that I am in your debt for killing Luis and handing me the crown.
Del, what the hell's going on? I thought the prince's curse was supposed to be off.
It's clearly not. The prince's assassination, the whole lot. It was all the Sanctists. It was all that bastard pulling the strings from the start. Wait, is that?
You, identify yourself. Who are you?
We're at a festival. Should we not be festive? Oh. I've come to meet you, Forden.
Luis? Impossible. How could you have survived? Not that it matters. It falls to me to finish the job, then. Coming here sealed your fate. Hell awaits, and this time I'll make sure you stay there. Face your divine punishment, Luis! But why?
It appears your sins outweigh mine.
What have you done?
That lance is counterfeit, just like you. This is the true lance.
You snake, Luis.
Did he just kill Sanctifex Forden?
So before we unpack, like, all of that just happened, I want to say that was hinted at. If you remember from right after Luis fell, when they took the lance and claimed that that must be the murder weapon, there was no blood on that. Godot and Forden picked up the fake Dracodios then.
No. Impossible.
Nothing to see here. The festival is cancelled. Cancelled.
So, Lord Luis is alive.
What's going on?
Good people, you have heard the truth with your own ears. Forden was the vile mastermind behind the prince's assassination.
Oh great, we have two tyrants giving speeches at the exact same event.
For casting his sins upon me, for seeking to usurp the throne, I have passed due judgment. A tainted Sanctifex is unfit to rule.
It's really, like, amazing just how similar both their speeches are. They both have the same air of... They still have the exact same sort of air of executing traitors.
What's the matter? You seem lost for words.
But you're supposed to be dead.
In a sense, yes.
Then how? How are you alive? Forden's own attendant confirmed your death.
Forden's attendant? You mean that fellow?
No! Zorba?
Yeah, the evil Scotsman had a bigger role to play than anybody expected. And now, I can show you the bad ending of the Virga Island arc.
And so their efforts came to naught. They could not acquire the lance, and Luis's deadline came and went. Luis was quick to condemn their perceived betrayal. From then on, they lived only as fugitives, fleeing his wrath. One by one, their numbers dwindled. Friends and allies captured, never to be heard from again. Then,
So here you are at last, traitor. I've already taken care of the others. There's only one loose end remaining, and that is you.
How are you still...
You can ask your friends in hell.
an unfamiliar form pierced his body. And with that, the curtain fell on their story. A tragedy only ends in death.
So, yes, that's why I recommended not to get that ending, because that spoils... Well, it doesn't exactly, but it very much heavily hints at Zorba still being alive. At the same time, though, even if it wasn't obvious it was Zorba, though granted, the accent actually makes it pretty clear if you've played this game before, that attendant to Forden was also the one who Luis was talking to just before Saint's Day, so it was pretty clear that he wasn't on Forden's side.
Back at the Grand Cathedral, I ordered the dead to recover my body if the need arose.
I'd always intended for Forden to die by my hand, and the first step in his downfall was Zorba's infiltration.
Now, this is actually very interesting, because while I will say some people might criticize this plot point for seemingly being out of nowhere, even though I've already pointed out a few moments of foreshadowing, here's the thing. Zorba's attack on the Grand Cathedral, that happened after the king made his big declaration. And that was something that Luis didn't know about. But because Zorba's attack happened right then, it must have been planned long beforehand. So, even though the king's magic and all that was throwing a wrench in Luis's plan that he didn't see coming, the attack on the Grand Cathedral and presumably Zorba going for the Royal Scepter and faking his own death, that was all planned long in advance. And we knew that Luis was planning to kill Forden, and he says here that Zorba's infiltration was vital to that. Even though Luis probably made some changes to his plan on the fly to account for to account for us and the fake Dracodios, I like to think that he always planned for something like this, even before he knew about the royal tournaments. There was always a plan to kill Forden, and it always involved Zorba, and having Zorba attack the cathedral and fake his own death.
Impossible. The lance pierced you through your very breastplate.
It did indeed. And frankly, I'm still impressed. Few could land such a decisive blow against me. But I'm afraid fate was on my side, not yours.
Well, that is the thing about fate and fantasy. It usually favors villains all the way up until the final battle, and this moment really wasn't dramatic enough for a final battle.
Mortal anatomy is my speciality. I knew at first glance that the wound was deep, but the heart was intact. Lord Luis is destined for far greater than this.
And yeah, that's where having a necromancer on your side is useful.
So I devised a plan. I would proclaim his death and deceive both Forden and his flock. After that, it was simply a matter of magically regenerating his flesh overnight. Only a fool would expect it to die in such a place.
I could have emerged as soon as I'd healed. But where's the theater in that? Today is a day of celebration. The least I could do is offer a fitting death out of mercy.
Why'd you have the real lance? Wasn't it supposed to have gone to Forden?
Wee bit slow on the uptake, eh? I just told you, I was present for the inspection. It was hardly a difficult task to swap out your counterfeit.
Okay, two things. One, Zorba put on a shirt, please. And two, him not putting on a shirt exposes some horrifying fleshy growth on his chest. That certainly won't be important later.
So you knew the truth of it? No. Have you always been ahead of us, ever since the moment we thought Zorba dead?
A holy lance, a convincing prop. What does it matter? Had I truly died, it would simply indicate that I was never fit for my ambitions. Power is the only true arbiter. Behold the proof. Forden lies dead, and the lance is in my hand, just as planned.
You let us do as we pleased, even knowing the risks. You're insane!
Indulge me a question. You stole the magic formula from me. Surely you soon learned that it was useless. That's why you then resorted to killing the caster. You were desperate to lift the spell. Is that not so? In other words, the curse's victim still draws breath. For that reason, you sought to kill me even amidst this competition, even with the difficulty of the king's magic in your way. So, His Venerable Highness the Prince survived. Where is he? Speak or die.
Please, spare us!
No! Stop! Leave them be!
How quickly the Sanctus break rank and flee. Their flock left to die. This is Sanctism.
No! Stop him!
Don't!
Out of the way!
What? Why?
Go! Run!
Right. Come now.
Thank you. You protect them. Yet what value do they have to you?
It's not that! This is just wrong! It's wrong, me lords!
I see. So even you two faltered.
Dal! Dal!
Fidelio!
Hey! Wake up!
I get it now. Only fair thing in this world is power. With it, you can take whatever you want in this life. Or so I thought.
Tell.
But you know, if all the weak get left behind, who's left to protect them? I've been an idiot. Sorry about that.
Stop talking, Del.
I see it, you know. Our little diner. Music in the air. It's grand. Look after Lady Juna.
Huh? Hey. Del? Del!
Pitiful. See what Brotherhood earned them.
Lord Louis. That's what it all comes down to for you, yeah? The strong are right, the weak are wrong. Doesn't matter what you were born into, there's fairness in that. We saw you as our hope. We thought that if you had a proper strong fella on top, he'd be able to put a stop to all the meaningless discrimination. But we had it wrong. You're no ray of hope. It doesn't matter to you. Killing anyone, it doesn't make you feel unclean. You're the kind of cold-blooded bastards we hate more than anything!
Do not concern yourself with this peon, Lord Louis. With my newfound power, I shall tear them limb from limb.
This way! Guards, hurry!
Step aside. You have important work to do.
Hey! Seize the criminals who murdered His Eminence!
We didn't do it, but we should probably still run. Basilio, come with us!
Shut up! What about Del? You saw what that bastard did to him!
I will not let you die in vain. Your brother didn't do this so you could get yourself killed. For now, please flee with us.
Shite!
Come, make haste.
Oh, welcome back. It went about as well as could be expected. We wanted something nicer for his grave, but they told us something like that's reserved for Sanctus tradition.
You can expect little else in Altabury. I apologize for not being present.
We've just gotten ourselves out of the public eye. If we had gone as a group, worst case, we'd have been turned in.
I wish we could have mourned him at his home. It had to happen in the lap of the Sanctus Church of all places. I hear the Parapists typically prefer a more joyful send-off, with singing and celebration.
It's alright. Us soldier kids could never afford to be too picky. Telling you he couldn't choose where to snuff it. The fact that you were there, Lady Juna, that's enough for us.
Basilio.
Best to leave him be for a while. He's just lost the only family he had.
By the way, have you checked the Farsight mirror? The curse might be...
Unfortunately, it still hasn't lifted. Guess that means it was someone other than Forden after all.
But Forden brazenly admitted that he had been the mastermind. Luis was innocent of that crime, at least.
Someone must have cast it at Forden's command. Unless we can find and kill them in time. Damn it all!
We've more pressing problems at hand, don't we? Now Luis knows the prince is alive. Surely that's far from ideal.
The village is deep in the forest. It's not an easy place to find, even if you're looking. Going to the prince's side could be dangerous. So let's not get ahead of ourselves.
But even if we sought the real culprit, we no longer have any leads to follow.
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should visit my sister again. She may have some insight on the Sanctus Church's past, but that's tomorrow's concern. As for tonight, we could all use some time to rest our hearts and minds.
Oh, look at you, kid. You look near dead yourself.
Tell? What?
Seems you made it out in one piece, though.
Are you alive? But back there, you... Don't tell me you pulled some bloody trick. Just like Luis. Bloody hell, Tell. I thought
Basilio, sorry. From here on, you're taking the lead.
But why? I can't without you. Tell, I only made it this far because I followed you.
Don't give me that. You're the strong one. Me, I never knew where I was going. Basilio, protect the weak. Swear you'll do it, not for me, but for yourself. If you can do that, I'll always be with you.
Tell...
Don't give me that look. Well, this one's goodbye for now. You ready? Let's hear it, Basilio. You fight, but why?
O Lodestar, ye grief-racked brother, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Not really a choice. It's back to the starting line. This time I'll lead. Ardell entrusted me with this chance. I've got to show him I've got this.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. Awaken.
See you around, Del.
Thank goodness! You're finally awake! You were passed out! Don't scare me like that! Not that I can blame you. After all that's happened.
Sir Basilio, there's magla flowing through him. I think it's the same as our power.
It's you lot. From before.
They want to pay their respects for Fidelio.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Del. Funny, innit? Maybe this world's not so bad. Thanks.
Stay insane in a fight? Not bloody likely.
Carrying on his brother's legacy, Basilio finally joins the group. Basilio is the most physically polarized party member in the game. His magic is nearly non-existent, don't use him in any magic rolls. His agility is decent, especially with the boost from physical archetypes, but his strengths mainly lie in strength and endurance. And HP, but it's still not as high as Grius's. He also requires a pretty simple set of archetypes to get his ultimate, the Berserker and Brawler lines. He doesn't actually need Warrior, though I'd recommend training him in it anyway, because a Peerless Stonecleaver coming from Basilio is still insane damage. From this point on, the distinction between Stroll and Basilio will be that Stroll is a lot more versatile, while Basilio hits much harder. Though by the very end of the game, Stroll will get a much stronger version of Slash boost from his ultimate archetype that Basilio never gets, so that will make up the damage when it comes to Peerless Stonecleaver. But there are many moments where you need two strong physical attackers. And in anything besides Slash, Basilio's damage output is second only to a physical build will. And that's helped by
Berserker!
the Berserker archetype, the last word in sheer physical power. It has very high strength and resists all three physical elements, though it's weak to both light and dark. Now, it's technically a higher tier archetype, requiring 10 levels each in Warrior, Brawler, and Knight, but Basilio gets it for free, which is a nice boon. Its hero passive, should you get it on will, and if your will is physical, you really should, prevents enemy advantage from getting hit on the field while attacking, and has you recover HP when stunning or killing foes on the field, essentially combining the Warrior and Gunner hero passives. Its skills, though, are the real reason you want this, especially its rank 2-1, Charge. Now, the in-game description of this is wrong. It says it only works once per battle, but it's actually the same as Charge from regular Shin Megami Tensei and Persona, multiplying the damage of the next physical attack you use, and it works out to be more efficient than just using the same physical skill twice in a row. Most of its actual physical skills are Strike Element, Slam Strike at rank 1, Slam Shatter at rank 6, we've seen enemies use this all game and now we can finally use it, and Frenzy at rank 20 for a multi-hit strike attack with actually a lot of power if it hits every time. But it also comes with some really good passive and buff skills. Warcry debuffs the attack and defense of all enemies, though it's quite expensive, and Sense of Kinship boosts attack based on the number of the same lineage in the party, defaulting at 10% and up to 50% at a full party of the same lineage. And an all Berserker party is actually not a bad idea. Now you might be wondering what's the difference between this and the equivalent on the Warrior line, which raises physical damage. Well, Sense of Kinship raises weapon attack, the same thing that all skill damage scales off of. And what makes this hilarious is that healing skills also scale off your weapon's attack power. So training in Berserker ironically makes your healing better. Berserker's synthesis skills are also amazing. Wild Boar not only deals major pierce damage, it also debuffs attack by 3 stages. Rampage Slash pierces resistances, and Battlecry Tackle is a multi-hit attack that ignores resistances to all enemies. And then there's Wanton Destruction. This is a great fire and forget skill for most of the rest of the game. As long as the enemy is not initially immune to strike, this deals heavy strike damage and inflicts a temporary strike weakness, letting you combo it into itself over and over again. So while Berserker seems like a blunt instrument, it actually has a lot of depth to it. The perfect archetype for Basilio, I'd say.